Hey y'all, happy Saturday afternoon. Actually, here's a bonus video for everybody. Kind of a part two after what I put out this morning, and a few people had mentioned the same comment, and so I thought I'd address it here just in case anybody wasn't familiar with the story. We've all seen with Agenda 2030 the quotes that have come out from our buddy Klaus, Klaus Schwab over there, that the goal is by 2030, nobody will own anything and we'll all be happy. So that means you won't own your car, you won't own your house, you won't own your land, you won't own your furniture, anything, okay? You'll be able to rent it all from, the land baron, the king of whatever place you live in, okay? Well, there's only one problem with this, okay? You have to somehow be productive for them to let you keep that property, okay? If let's go back to Eastern Europe, Eastern Bloc times, Soviet Union, Poland, Czechoslovakia, whatever it would be. You were required to, let's say, farm the land and give all the produce when it was ready for harvest to the collective. And once you gave it all to the collective, they give you a pittance of money that, of course, you could then use to go buy some of the stuff back that you grew, okay? Well, that's kind of the same model that we're looking at here. So again, we're going to communism, is the goal. You'd have each one of these land barons. But here's the problem, and this is the first part of what a couple of people have mentioned. What if you're on disability? What if you're 75, 80 years old and just not physically able to work anymore? What are you supposed to do? Okay. You're now expendable. Okay. This is, let's think of Germany in the 40s. What did they do with expendable people? That's kind of what the plan is here. Okay. And so the only people that are worth keeping are the able-bodied souls that can continue to provide for the land baron. If you're not an able-bodied soul, I guess they don't need you. So, we'll put somebody else on that land, somebody else in that house, somebody else who can make it worthwhile for the betterment of humanity. Okay. The other question that came up was, what do they do if you own your house outright, you own your car outright, whatever it would be? Oh, that's easy. And there's actually recent history on exactly what's happened with that, okay? They tax the living crap out of you. Don't believe me they won't do it? Let me give you a story about Dearborn, Michigan, okay? And this is just a few years ago, okay? And I'm going to put a disclaimer right here. I am not being an Islamophobe here when I tell you this story. This is the absolute truth, okay? So don't want to hear any of these, oh, you're a racist, oh, you're an Islamophobe, whatever it is. I'm telling you the truth. This is an actual story that happened in Dearborn, Michigan, okay? So Dearborn, if anybody doesn't know, has a large Muslim community, okay? And a few years back, the Muslim community wound up with a majority, 5-4, on the city council. So what they decided to do was for all the white-owned, black-owned, Hispanic-owned businesses, okay, they raised the taxes on these businesses through the roof, all right? To the point was, oh, you had to pay a 90% tax. I don't know what the exact figure is, but the taxes were just astronomical. Well, of course, as a business owner, you couldn't afford the taxes. And so either you closed your business, if you rented the property or whatever, you just closed and moved out. Or if you did own the property, you couldn't pay the taxes. The city would come in and basically do a tax foreclosure on you and then do a tax sale, okay? What did they do next? Well, then they sold that property to one of their fellow Muslims, I guess best way to put it there, and reduced the taxes back to normal. So Joe's hardware shop now became Iqbal's hardware shop, okay? Exact same business running, just a different owner, but now it was, according to Sharia law or whatever they wanted to be. So that was how they wind up doing it. That's the same thing that will wind up happening on a grander scale in basically in the world. You want license plates for your car because, can't drive anywhere without license plates. Oh, it'll cost you $5,000 a year to do it. Okay. Most people not going to be able to afford that. So guess what? They don't drive the car. Oh, you're caught driving the car without plates. We're going to impound your car. Poof, you lost your car. Okay. What are they going to do to your house, to your business? Same thing that I'm talking about exactly here in the Dearborn situation. They make your property taxes all of a sudden, I don't know, $3,000, $4,000 a month. Well, you're working for a collective. That's your only option for work because you can't do anything else. You don't make that. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Jones, we have to take your property, take your house and everything, and we now own it. That's how they plan on doing this, okay? Again, if you want to go back to where the mindset is here, we've all heard of the squad in Washington, Well, guess whose district that Dearborn, Michigan is in? Rashida Tlaib's, okay? One of the founding mothers, I guess, of the, millennial communist movement in the United States. So don't think that you're safe if you own your property outright. Believe me, they've got a plan to steal it from all of us. Okay, this is why I keep saying the only option we are inevitably going to have is to fight back. And from reading the comments on this morning's video, just wanted to clarify all that to you guys. If you're comfortable with not owning anything and just being an indentured servant to the land baron that eventually owns your city, your state, whatever would be, that's where we're going. Now, other part, everybody asked for the list of the people at the Davos Forum last year, the World Economic Forum. I posted a link in there. Somebody had asked a question. I posted it there. Give me a few minutes. I'll post it in the about on this video when it goes up. But, don't think that the politicians aren't the billionaires that are going to do this. There's going to be a hierarchy, okay? We all know politicians are in the pockets of the special interest groups, okay? I'm sorry, but Michael Dell and, George Soros and whatever it is, they've got all the politicians in their pockets. So how does this happen? You don't think that one of these massive land barons is going to be able to control, let's say, Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, that whole thing, okay? Just my local area. So what do? They get the politicians on board and say, I'm going to own all this. You're going to be able to control Virginia. You're going to be able to control Tennessee. Then you get somebody maybe a little lesser, maybe who's somebody now the mayor or something like that, or a governor. Okay, you're going to be able to control Nashville. You're going to be able to control Knoxville or whatever. So there will still be a chain of command, I guess, if you want to use the military term of it, as to what is. But that's where these other people that aren't the uber rich are going to fall in on there. Now, I don't think any of us are going to fall in any of these categories, so we wind up, as I've said many times in all these videos, we're the serfs. Get ready for it, guys. This is what's coming. Have a good one. Have a great afternoon. More to think about, huh? Pinball out.